Hey guys, Chris Woolley here, and we've had some interest in doing AI generated artwork, specifically using a program called Midjourney. This is a crash course guide on how to get it set up, how to use it, how to use your free trial, and what the upgrade plans look like. So we're going to dive into that. Okay, I'm here at my computer, and there's two things that we need to do to get working. First one, we need to use Midjourney. There are other AI programs out there, but I'm going to show you Midjourney because that one's more fun in my opinion. To do that we just go to midjourney.com and it's going to take you to this screen right here. So we can see right off the bat, we're going to need Discord. And Discord is a communication program, kind of like Facebook Messenger or Slack. Something that allows you to have chats, groups of people coming together. It's actually pretty useful if you have communities, fandoms, photography groups, organizations, and you all want to be in one spot and share ideas and have different discussion areas. Really, really nice. A lot of gamers use it. So that's what Discord is. And then we're going to come back to Midjourney. So let's look at Discord. I'm over here, and that's discord.com. You should see a screen similar to this. All we need to do is download it, or we can open it up and use it on our browser. So either of those are fine. If you don't see your machine listed here, we can hit the downloads button and we can scroll down and you can find just about every operating system that will support it. So kind of cool being able to do that. Or if you want to do this AI generation stuff on your phone, here's how we go about doing it. So all you have to do is just download it and create an account. And it'll prompt you. There's a little button that says register, just asking for your name and email address, just making sure you're a real live person, set up an account, and you're good to go. Now, once you've done that, we can pop over to Midjourney. And what we want to do is we want to join. So this very first one, we're just going to hit the join the beta button. And it's going to say, okay, are you sure you want to do this? And give permissions. Yep, we want to hit that one, and it's going to link it up to our Discord account. Once we've done that, then we need to sign in. And we just sign in with Discord, and that gives you the back-end access to Midjourney. So I'm going to assume that you can hit the join the beta and hit the yes button that's on there, and let's look at Discord and see what it does. So we're going to see Discord, and you're going to see inside a little sailboaty guy that's on this left edge. These ones are other Discord channels that I'm part of, so we're just looking at this little sail ship right here that says Midjourney. And inside of Midjourney, we're going to see different little rooms that we can be in. So you can see like, hey, here's announcements about Midjourney, the rules, FAQs, kind of getting started. So the cool thing about the free trial, your limited trial, is you get 25 different AI iterations. So after that, you're going to have to upgrade to something that's paid, but you get 25 of them. So I'll show you what it looks like and how we get started. So first thing you're going to do after you've got your account up here is you're going to pop into one of these rooms where it says newbies. And it doesn't matter which one you do. This is just a room that's a little bit friendlier and group for people to be generating stuff. Take a minute and just kind of scroll through it and see what people are coming up with. You can see like different items that they're putting in and how they're coming up with different scenes because of that. Kind of cool being able to see some of the different things. So great way of getting inspiration. So this room is where you're going to be hanging out when you very, very first get started, and it'll allow you to do it along with everybody else that's in here. Now, it does get a little bit chaotic in here because it's not just you that's creating images, but it's everybody else that's in this room. So look at this, 107 have been created here in just the last couple of minutes. So there's a lot of stuff in this room, but it's where we can play with our free trial at. So that's what we're going to want to do. And you can pop around to other rooms and kind of check out and see what people are doing as well. Some of them may be busier, some of them less busy. So we want to kind of look at one of these and just get some inspiration for it. So to actually start creating that, I'm going to pop into a different room just so we don't have all this clutter. And by being on the premium plan, what you can do is you can actually just message the bot itself. So I'm coming back to home, and then I'm clicking on the Midjourney bot, and this allows me to type in and do everything that would be just like if I was in one of these beginner rooms, just without all the extra people that are in there. So I'm going to do this in this private one, even though you won't have access to that with a free trial, just so it's less cluttered and makes the recording a little bit easier to follow. So to get started, what we do is we hit /, and that's going to bring up all the prompts that we can do. And we want to scroll down to where it says imagine. You can read through, and if you've got other stuff that you need help with, you can read about all these different options that you can do with those. But we're coming down to imagine. And you can either type it or just click on it. And it's going to say prompt. And so prompt is where we type in the words that we want the AI to interpret. So we can do just about anything that we want to do. So let's go Ninja Turtles in eating pizza in a fine art style. And what it's going to do is it's going to take this text prompt that we just gave them, and it's going to take about a minute for this to happen. It's going to analyze that and come up with 4 individual unique interpretations of what that text prompt is. So this is where a little bit of experimentation and having a little bit of fun can definitely come in. While this is loading, I do want to show you one common mistake, and that's not typing in the imagine first. So if we forget to do that and we just get excited and we start typing in Ninja Turtles and do that, that's just a text. That's not doing anything. It's not going to start processing off of it. So you have to hit that imagine. It won't work if you don't do it. So when we're looking at this now, we can see that it's slowly loading. I'm at 96% done up. And it's 4 completely unique and pretty random interpretations of what we've done. So I can click on this, and it's going to pop it up so I can see what's happening. And now let's say that I absolutely love one of these. And I'm like, ooh, that's the style or direction that I want. I kind of like this top left one. So what we can do is we now have some additional commands that are popping up here. And the U1, U2, U3, U4, the U means we want to up-res or make it more detailed. And this corresponds top left, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I hit the U1 button, this top left one's going to go. The U4, this bottom right one's going to go. Okay, so we can say, all right, I want to make one of those bigger. Let's look at one quick variation, though, and that's the V's down at the bottom. So variations of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Variations 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you can do is you find the one that you like. I like number 1. So I say, hey, Midjourney bot, let's look at this one. Give me 4 different interpretations in that direction. So I'm going to go with V1. Give me variations of 1. So what it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, I'm going to create variations of this first image, and I'm going to show you stuff that's very similar to that. So it's creating 4 new unique interpretations based off of that initial prompt. So that initial image, because we said V1. And you can do multiple. If you also liked V4, we could click that, and it's going to come up with 4 new ones. Now keep in mind, if you're on your trial, each time you click one of these buttons is going to be one of your 25. So don't waste them. So we can see that this is loading, and it came up with different interpretations of this. And this one's loading up different ones. Hey, it's starting to figure out the turtles that are coming through out here. Huh. Kind of cool. So now let's look at this and figure out which ones we like. Let's say that it's this one. I still like number 1, and I want to have that more detailed. So what I can do is hit the upres number 1. So I hit that, and it's going to take this one, and it's going to add more detail into this image and this image only. So we can see as I scroll down that it's going to be starting this one, and we're going to get more details coming in through it. So we can run this concurrently too, meaning that we can start multiple prompts at the same time. So I can do a new one, and let's say that I want to have an epic scene of ninjas fighting a Time Lord with the universe exploding in the background. And I want to maybe make that a little bit more cinematic. And awesome. So let's try that. Who knows what that's going to come up with? It's going to be fun. But I can see right here that it's already starting to add in more details and more information into this original AI piece that I had started. And it's about 79%. So it's kind of cool how this is able to go in, and you can start adding in descriptors and different words, and it's going to interpret it. Does this look like a Ninja Turtle eating pizza in a fine art style? Maybe, but I told it that's the direction that I wanted. If not, I could have started generating new things and new prompts. So here we are, something that's a little bit more epic. I threw in phrases like epic and cinematic and awesome and gave it more specifics of what's happening. So I'm getting completely different styles that are coming through this way. Oh, here's the up-resed version of our Ninja Turtles pizza. Let's say that you love it. All you have to do is hit Open Original. And this is going to open this up in as high a resolution as it can. It's about 1600 pixels. We right-click it and then just click Save As, and it'll save it to your computer. So we can go ahead, we can hit Save As, and we've got that saved. So now we can start doing stuff with it, add it into our programs, whatever we're going to be doing. Let's come back to Discord, and let's look at this. Here is our next interpretation of our ninjas fighting. So we can say, ooh, you know what? I really liked that one. So let's look at variations of number 1, 2, 3. Variations of 3. So this is going to start regenerating it with these different buzzwords coming through. So you can have a lot of fun doing this. While this is loading up, let me walk you through some additional resources as well as what the costs are. So if you decide that's like, okay, this is something I want to explore, and just a heads up, it's very addicting, then you're going to need to subscribe. So let me show you what the different subscriptions are. So we've got a basic membership, which is $10 per month. And this allows you to do about 200 of these. Instead of just 25, you can do 200 every month. Okay, so you can use it for pretty much whatever you want. It's in your own gallery, and then they'll just bill you if you keep on using it afterwards, if you choose to do that. The standard membership, which is what I have, which is why it says active next to it. So I'm paying $30 per month for this, and I have unlimited uses, so not limited to 200. I can use it for anything commercially that I want to. So it's pretty cool. It does have a little bit of a maximum, though. So it says unlimited, but let's look at what unlimited actually means. And that just means that you can do as many as you want, but if you start doing a whole bunch of them, it's going to ask you to go in a slower mode. So instead of going fast by default, where it takes a minute, relaxed, add some extra time to that. So the plans, how they've broken it out, they've just kind of detailed it, is that you get about, with the $10 plan, you get about 15 hours of fast per month. And on the regular one, you get about 200 minutes per month with the basic plan. I said that backwards. The $30 a month one gives you 15 hours. The $10 one gives you 200 minutes. So we've got some different times that we can play with that one, and it's saying about 60 image generations is what we're going to get with 1 hour. So you've got a fair number of these, especially if you're just playing with it. Just keep in mind that every time you upgrade, do something different, it will use some of your time that's up there. So you may, if you're using it a whole bunch, let's say you're doing a big project, something like that, you might go above it. So in that case, you're going to be billed $4 per additional hour, or $4 per additional 200 renderings that we're looking at. If we're, 60 images that are upscaled, or 200 variations is 1 hour. So about $4 for that. So that's what the pricing format looks like. To get there, we can just go to our Midjourney page. Let me open that back up. So on Midjourney up here, we just sign in. It's going to sign in with our Discord. You're going to have to give it permissions for that. Say, yes, it's okay to use that. Now we're in here, and you scroll down. It's going to show you all the stuff that you've made too. But we're going to scroll down on this side to manage sub. And it's in here. That's that same screen that we were at. And now you can just hit the join button. You put in your credit card information, and it'll automatically upgrade it for you. So that's where all of this is at. Let's jump back in, because it said that our rendering is done. We have 4 new variations that are all similar to that first one. I really like this second one, so let's upres that one. I'm going to hit upres on here, and now it'll get started there. Let me show you a couple more resources that we have. And if you go to midjourney.getbooks.io/docs, And there's also a link to this in the Discord channel as well. So if you're over here, I'm going to pop over to Discord, and we can come over here to like our getting started guide. It'll walk us through, and it's got a link right here to get there. So if you don't have it, that's how you get to it. I'll also put that link in there for you so you can find it pretty easily. But this has an amazing guide that walks you through how to create it, answers your questions about like, what does it work? What words can you put in there? All that fun stuff. And then, which we aren't touching on in this tutorial, it gives you some advanced parameters too. So like if you want to change the aspect ratio, you want to change the quality, or you want them to be more similar or less similar to each other, all the details are right in here that you can do that. So definitely check out this documentation. Worth looking at because stuff's constantly changing, and they put the updates in here. The FAQs, that's that FAQ section, very, very helpful for just kind of checking stuff out and being able to see what it does and how all of it works. So I'm going to pop back over to my chat so that I've got my individual ones, and I can see that I've got an upscaled one. It's almost done. And then I'll have a brand new piece of AI-generated artwork. Look at that. Kind of cool. And once it's done this, you can do other things too, like, no, give me a different interpretation of that. Or I want you to go crazy and maximize the number of details in here. Or let's make it big, but don't have as many details in it. Like this one's got maybe a little bit too many details for me. So I might do a light upscale. So we can do that, and it's going to reprocess it, and it's going to make it so that it's got less details, but still in the heart of this original image that we looked at. So it's going to be somewhere between the two of those when it upreses. So that's it. That's the intro on getting started using Midjourney and Discord for creating your AI images. Now, it's up to you to figure out how you're going to use them and how you can utilize this tool. It might just be for inspiration. It might be a starting point. You might be using it as part of your composites, or maybe you're generating new artwork and selling it in an online gallery. So there's a lot of opportunities. This is a brand new area. It's in beta testing world, so changes are coming quick to all of this. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. If you have questions or you want more videos, leave me a message. I'd appreciate it. All right, have a great one.